Hello, Galaxy! I'm Chris Pirillo, live streaming once again, this time a little later than normal. I don't know what normal is anymore, but usually in the evening hours, after work hours, because that's the time I get to geek out with everybody in internet land, online with me. I have not yet done the daily Star Wars Radar community stream. You're more than welcome to join us in that discussion when it happens. It's usually kind of open-ended, just more like a free-flowing stream of consciousness. This video, however, is dedicated to what I believe is the best merchandise at Galaxy's Edge. I talked about it, I referred to it. I'm not sure if I said I had it definitively, but I kept going back to it. Not a lightsaber, not a droid, did neither one. Did not have the time to stand in the lines, and honestly, I don't know if I would have enjoyed it as much as, say, my daughter would. But the first time I saw this was actually in one of the videos that I shot, and I kept going back to it. For one reason, not the cost, because in my estimation, I think it was, yeah, this is a reasonable $50. Honestly, a reasonable $50 for what it was. It wasn't the cost. It was the size. The size of the Dejarik board game with checkers. So you've got the Kinton Strider, Hujix, Monarch, Ngok, Molator, Klorslug, Mantelian, Savrip, and So you have to pardon if I slaughtered the pronunciation, because I don't think I've ever heard them spoken out loud. But the cool thing about this particular set is it is available at the Toydarian Toy Shop. Oh man, it didn't survive transit unharmed. That's okay. I had a feeling it was going to get crunched. But the cool thing is that it comes with not just the Dejarik aliens, which have never really been seen in figurine form. I think this is the closest I'll ever get to having figures of them. I always wanted figures, and I've seen like statuettes, like resin statuettes, but like those aren't figures to me. I want like plastic, something that'd be kind of fun to play with. And so these approximations, I think, are ample. They will do the trick. So you get Dejarik, the Dejarik pieces, 24 checkers, game board, and instructions. So it's got the space chess, if you will, Dejarik, as well as checkers. So we can play checkers for real with checker pieces, Imperial and Rebel insignias. Let me go ahead and see if I can lift her out of the box. The stickers have kind of come unstuck. I don't know how this is going to open up yet. Trying to figure it out because I really don't want to damage the box any further. Can I just open it from one side? Let's see here. There's no instructions on how to open the box. But by the way, thank you, Taylor Gagnon, for the super chat so early on. Come on. I really don't want to damage the box. Okay, fine. You guys get to look at that while I try to open this side, okay? We have that side open. Styrofoam. That has me concerned because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get things back in. Oh, whoa. This is heavy. This is heavy, Doc. It's heavy, Doc. Is there a gravity problem? Hang on. This is wood. Straight up wood. Like, this is why it's so heavy. This is wood. Like, this is not, they're not messing around here. This is full on. So it looks like you pop out the checkerboard, or flip the board around. It's in this holster. Very classic. Oh, hang on. Reaching, I dropped the pieces. So you've got the space chess side, the Dejarik side, as well as checkers. Thank you, Dylan Harris, for the super chat. Boy, like, you know, of all the people here, I'm doing pretty well with the super chats. So these checkers themselves, let's see what we've got here. They're made of wood. They're made of wood as well. So not quite the size of a quarter. A little smaller than a quarter, which is suitable. I mean, you're just playing checkers. You don't need huge pieces if you know how to play checkers. So that's the Rebel or Resistance, and then this is definitely the Empire. Wood. Everything's wood. Which, you know, to me, is kind of, for the price that you're paying, like, yeah, wood is justified. It just makes it much more difficult to ship because it is so heavy. So, rest assured, when Jedi learns how, when I teach Jedi how to play checkers, then we will be playing with these pieces. And then I guess we're going to learn how to play space chess as well. Something that, again, I always wanted. It's a nice table piece. So even if it's just sitting here like this, and there's a little notch cut out. See, this is a place where the notch is okay. It's got a function, right? So the notch cutout helps you lift this piece of the board out. Again, wood. So I wonder if these pieces themselves are also made of wood. Can I get them out from this end? Maybe tricky to get it out from that end. Okay, it looks like I am going to have to dive into the other side. Let's go ahead and... You know, this is the thing about Dejarik, is that you've got to... you really have to... keep it out on display. Like, there's... I have no choice. The question is... Yeah. So this is curious. There's no storage... Or is there? Hang on. Okay, there is storage for the checker pieces. So if I do this right... And hopefully I will do this right. And by the way, is that Fucho? Devon? I'm not good at chess. I'm not great at chess. I can chess. I've never done Dejarik, but yeah, looks like the pieces themselves can fit inside. That's great. I was a little concerned about that, but no longer, so that's a nice little bonus. You could carry it around with you. Play checkers. Jedi's still a little young. I've been trying to, slowly but surely been introducing her to a variety of games, and I'm sorry, I'm not showing you something visual as I'm opening. This is the back of the box. This is where I read off the alien names, by the way. That's the back. So it just shows you what you have there. Although I don't know if it says... Actual product colors may be different. There's some Aurebesh there. You can find this, again, at the Toydarian Toy Shop. To me, this is the best merchandise. And the reason why is because it's very rare that you can find Dejarik anything. Certainly something that you could afford all of, or certainly play. In recent years, I cannot remember a time where there was something this high quality, in terms of a Star Wars board game of sorts, that you could keep out, and it looks great. It looks wonderful, just sitting there on the desk or an end table, ready for anybody to start playing. Okay, I'm going to have to try to reposition myself because I want to get the sticker off. The box, like I said, is kind of damaged, but I'm going to try to hold on to it, try to keep it in decent shape if I can. Oh, looks like that other part was sliced through. Okay. Huh. Okay. I will definitely have to memorize these alien names. Let me try it again here. We've got the Kinton Strider, Hoojix, Monarch, Ngok, Molator, Chlor Slug, Mantellian Savrip, and Gich. I think I'll remember Gich. Like, seriously, it's like that's his name. Its name. Gich. Okay. The moment I've been waiting for. Now, don't let this stop Hasbro from producing these aliens. Don't let this stop them, please. Please. Like, I would love to have, like, full-on articulated figures, but until then, these figurines will absolutely suffice. I saw them, and right away I'm like, well, you heard me. I think, actually, I don't remember if I saw it before I recorded the video or after, but, wait, did that? No, I guess that didn't slice through. Okay. Did I try to untape the other end? Chris, what are you doing here? Sorry, I'm getting, like, so misty-eyed over here that I'm not doing this appropriately. Or as appropriately as I should. Okay, so that sticker's off. This sticker's off. Sorry, guys. It's kind of hard to maneuver. Now, the moment I have been waiting for. Whoa, okay, cool! Alright. Hang on. I'll give you up close look-sees. This is just the box. Right there, not much to see there. Here, wait, we can do some ASMR. Okay, I can tag it as ASMR now. We have the instructions. I want to pull those out. if I can. Be careful of that flap. Oof. So we have the Dejarik board game. And they say it's with board game with checkers, so they don't say it's chess or space chess necessarily. The object of the game is to capture all of your opponent's pieces with the starting positions, move and attack diagrams, gameplay. So this is definitely something that I'm going to have a friend over to play with. When I have a friend, or when Jedi, gets old enough to play. Then we also have, it looks like, oh, I see. So, like, instructions or rules for both sides. We have the red team and the blue team in classes, it seems. Diagram, move, and attack. So, rules, basically. Explanations. You got the brutes, the predators, the guardians, and the scouts. So, 2 of those to go along with. I assume because, we did not grow up with Dejarik, but, now we can. See, that's nice. Hey, Cheesy, what's going on? I'm trying the later evening hours, to see if that works better rather than the early evening hours for people out there. Okay, so let's see here. Moment of truth. Are these? I can't imagine these being made of wood. I can't. Nah, they're plastic. But that's okay. That's okay. Monarch. So it's got the character name or the alien name actually inscribed in its base. Monarch. Right there. I don't know if I have a favorite Dejarik alien. It's just... I never thought I'd have these. I never did. Because I was like, they never got produced, at least in a way that we'd be able to play with them. So let's go ahead and flip this board over. Sorry, checkers. I'm not going to line them up perfectly, but this one is... Ooh, look at it. Look at this one. Creepy little, slimy-looking alien thing. But perfect. See, now, can't you imagine getting fully articulated monsters? They may not balance well, I can't imagine. But still, like, you gotta admit, they are, as far as alien creatures are concerned, these things are cute. So this is the Molator, right there. And I assume these are simply stylized versions of, the original clay sculptures from A New Hope and then in Solo. Right there. This one even has like this... man. Keep dropping it. It's got a thin base. It's got like a... What do you call that back part? Not the abdomen. Is that the stamen? What's that? Like the butt part of an insect? I don't know. They were just making things up back in the day. Still making things up. That's what makes these aliens so cool. Then we have a chlor slug. Right there. A little larger in stature. And I apologize if it's not coming in focus immediately. Because I've got some depth going on here. This one's got this long tail there. Even though plastic, non-articulated, still, I would say high quality. Definitely not something that it seems is going to fall apart. This is Hujix. A Hujix, apparently. Looks like it's got scorpion type of beast there. 4 stingers on its tail, possibly. Now, they don't actually move around, right? Not like traditional Dejarik or space chess. But, you can play with them. Or just display them. This is Ngok. I think this is the best merch there. Because you just don't find it that often. High quality stuff, fun, playable, not something that you could just drop, that you would just want to keep in the box. You'd want to actually take it out and play it. Let's face it, when you want to play checkers, you want to play a fun variation of checkers, a Star Wars variation, that is, with the Star Wars pieces. This one is the Kinton Strider. So, miniaturized versions of the monsters, the creatures, the characters. You can become a Dejarik master. So many things you can get at Galaxy's Edge. So many things. Too many things. But I knew that I kept going back. I was like, I have to. Like, when is the next chance I'm going to have to get these things? And then the Mantelian Savrip. right here. There. I'm glad they have the character names on the bases, because I don't think many people would be able to tell you which one from which. But eventually, it just takes time, practice, fun. I'm sure you would have had a different choice. Everyone wants something different, but that's the great thing about Galaxy's Edge, is there is probably something there for everyone. And like I said, just kind of as this, it's a conversation piece, right? Oh, it's chess, space chess, Dejarik, right there. Can you believe it? I can't believe it, personally. It works for me. Very happy. The challenge I have now is finding a place for it. So I got it home. That was challenge number 1. Challenge number 2 is finding a place. I have a feeling I know where it's going to go until Jedi's ready to start at least playing checkers. And I have a feeling once she starts with table games, she won't stop. She's kind of got a competitive streak in her, and I'd be happy to foster that. So. Yeah, this is what I chose. This is, to me, this was the best thing that I saw a lot. I got a few things, but this was it. This was it, man. Oh, so feel free to debate me. Tell me what you thought was better to get, what you would have picked up, because everyone's going to have a different opinion. But I don't know, man. This one, you got to make a pretty good argument to get past this. Very unique, very high quality, very, I would say, affordably priced for what you get, as well as, just consider the keepsake. I mean, Disney probably could, I don't know if I would have spent $100 on this. Disney probably could have charged $100 for this. It's very high quality stuff. Let me put it this way. The Loth Cat, the interactive Loth Cat that I got for Jedi was right around $40. Like, I mean, there's play value across the board, so to speak, but, not like this. So, I'm going to go ahead, check the chat here, see if there's any questions or comments. Still waiting on what is that? A Pazak deck. They had, sorry, Cheesy, they had a Sabak. They had the Sabak cards at the Toydarian Toy Shop as well. I didn't get those. I didn't. It's another one that, again, if I go back, if and when I go back, I'm like, okay, I gotta get those cards. I have to. Come on, everyone has to. There was also a game in the Issaquah book, if I remember correctly. That's possible. That wouldn't surprise me. I'm sure there are plenty of games in a galaxy far, far away. But very few things, kind of harken back to the original trilogy. I can't hold on to this. It is heavy. This is wood, people. It's heavy. I mean, like, here. I probably shouldn't have done that. Didn't damage the wood, but I may have damaged my desk. It's got like rubber stoppers in the bottom, by the way. But I'm not joking. It's got heft. It is heavy. And see, this is the test. You bring someone over and you say, nah, or don't even say anything. And if they see it and they say, oh my God, you have Dejarik, they're the right person to have over. Now, if they look at it and go, ew, what are those? They look like boogers. Well, then they're not really people that should be in your life. It's just, that's the line right there. Then it's decided. It has been decided. Now, if they know how to play, that's impressive, because they would certainly know better than me. What's on the bottom, asks Taylor, and thank you, by the way, for subscribing to this channel, or joining, if you will, being a subscriber. Remember, you're a member of this channel, not just a subscriber. When you press join, you're a member, and you get the fancy Star Wars icons. Nothing. I'll show you, since you asked. Not really anything. You see the Star Wars logo, and that's pretty much it. Here, it's upside down, but it's glossy. But it's on the bottom there, and then there's the stoppers. So they did well with this. They did very, very well. Like, incredibly well with this. Wow, this is super high quality. I seriously can't get over the quality of construction. You don't find this kind of craftsmanship. Yes, obviously it's not handmade, but man, Disney's selling this for a song right now. For what you get, I don't know. I wouldn't have spent $50 on a Star Wars checkers necessarily, but for this kind of quality, man, it's superb. happy to spend my credits with Disney to get Dejarik Space Chess and Checkers. With Checkers, it says. Dejarik board game with Checkers. They stopped short of saying Space Chess. We've just called it Space Chess because that's how we've kind of accommodated it. But, yeah. This is going to be fun. They even teach you how to play checkers on the just in case. It makes sense. There's some people... Like it's much easier to learn checkers when someone teaches you, right? Don't you think? Like, that's how I learned. I can't even tell you how I learned. I remember my grandfather, my parents. I don't know. I can't remember how I learned to play checkers. Been years, though. Been years. Oh, the nice thing about these space checkers, by the way, they stack. So when it's time to get kinged, you can actually stack one on top of the other. So they're grooved. You see there's there's kind of a ridge there, and I apologize if it's not in focus. There's a ridge at the top. So you should be able to stack one on top of the other when it comes to kinging. Don't know if... See, it would be more interesting, too, if they were grooved, so there was like a notch in the checkers. But see, it's easy to get kinged. Double up so they don't fall over. Man, they paid attention to just about every darn detail on this. Okay, thank you, No Life, for saying thank you for sharing this. Thank you for allowing me to share this with you. I'm going to wrap things up in about a half hour or so. I'll begin the live daily broadcast of the Star Wars Radar community chat. No topic in the relation to Star Wars is off limits. Happy to talk about what the community wants to talk about during that broadcast. Stuff that I enjoy doing just about every day. I have other things that I may be able to talk about in the coming days. I thought about talking about how to save money with Star Wars stuff, and then again doing like weekly thrift hauls. But yeah, I'm kind of curious to what you might want to see. I mean, because I've got some stuff that I've yet to unbox. Most of the Galaxy's Edge stuff has been gone through, but I'm kind of thinking through topics that I think would be useful for the community. I'm also waiting to hear back on whether or not I'm going to be able to showcase a gift, the OnePlus 7 Pro. My friend Des Smith over at T-Mobile gave that to me, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to talk about that. But if I do, you'll probably be the first to know. To me, I was just like, okay, phone or space chess? And the choice was obvious. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Hope to see you at the Star Wars Radar broadcast. Feel free to follow. All the links are in the video's description. I love you. I appreciate you. And at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. May the Force be with you always.